Hey guys, guess what? Friday the 13th is creeping up on us. You know me, I am all about positive vibes, but there is something thrilling about superstitions, right? So to celebrate, let's dive into the wacky world of superstitions. We are going on a global adventure to uncover the origins of 13 common superstitions. Some might make you laugh, some might make you think, and some might even make you want to knock on wood. Let's get superstitious! Okay, first up we've got the classic walking under a ladder. This superstition dates back to ancient Egypt. They believed that a ladder leaning against a wall formed a sacred triangle, representing the trinity of their gods. Walking under it was a major no-no. In medieval times, people thought that walking under a ladder disrupted the flow of energy, unleashing bad juju. Also, it is common sense to avoid walking under an open ladder for fear of something falling on you. So next time you encounter a ladder, maybe take the long way around, just to be safe. Or, do a little dance to ward off the evil spirits. Have you ever experienced that sudden, uncontrollable urge to scratch your palm? According to superstition, an itchy palm could mean one thing: money. An itchy right palm means money is coming your way, while an itchy left palm means you might have to shell some out. The origins of this belief are a little murky, but some say it dates back to ancient Rome. The Romans believed that the left hand was associated with receiving, while the right hand was associated with giving. Another theory links it to the medieval practice of palmistry, where the lines on your hand were believed to reveal your future. An itchy palm could indicate a change in fortune, particularly related to finances. So the next time your palm starts tingling, do not ignore it. It might be the universe sending you a sign. We have all heard the saying, break a mirror, 7 years of bad luck. But where did this belief come from? The ancient Greeks believed that mirrors were reflections of the soul. So if you broke a mirror, you were essentially shattering a piece of your soul. The Romans adopted this belief and added their own twist. They believed that it took 7 years for a soul to regenerate, hence the 7 years of bad luck. But hey, there is a silver lining. Legend has it that you can reverse the curse by immediately throwing salt over your left shoulder, spinning around 3 times counterclockwise, or touching a piece of wood. Just in case, I would do all 3. Talk about adding insult to injury, right? Have you ever stumbled upon a horseshoe and felt a surge of good fortune? Horseshoes have been considered lucky charms for centuries. One popular theory links horseshoes to the legend of Saint Dunstan, a 10th century blacksmith who allegedly tricked the devil by nailing a horseshoe to his hoof. The devil, in agony, begged Dunstan to remove the shoe, promising never to enter a place adorned with a horseshoe above the door. Another belief stems from the fact that horseshoes were traditionally made of iron, a material believed to ward off evil spirits in many cultures. So next time you see a horseshoe, pick it up and make a wish. You never know, it might just come true. Here is a superstition that might make you think twice before you pop open that umbrella indoors. One theory suggests that it stems from ancient Egypt, where umbrellas were used for shade and protection from the sun. Opening one indoors was seen as an insult to the sun god Ra. Another explanation comes from Victorian England, where umbrellas were clunky and prone to causing accidents in cramped quarters. Whatever the reason, it is probably best to save your umbrella for the great outdoors unless you want to tempt fate. Knock, 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 knock on wood. We have all heard it, and many of us have probably said it, especially when we are talking about something we do not want to jinx. The origins of knocking on wood are a bit of a mystery, but there are several theories that attempt to explain this widespread superstition. One popular theory links it to ancient pagan beliefs, where trees were considered sacred dwellings of spirits or gods. Knocking on wood was a way of showing respect to these spirits and asking for their protection. Whatever its origins, knocking on wood has become a universal gesture of hope and a way to ward off bad luck. Spilling salt is considered bad luck in many cultures, but did you know that there is a way to counteract the curse? Tossing a pinch of spilled salt over your left shoulder is believed to ward off the evil spirits that are attracted to the spilled salt. This superstition dates back to ancient times, when salt was a valuable commodity. Spilling salt was considered wasteful and disrespectful to the gods. So tossing salt over your left shoulder was a way of throwing it in the face of evil and protecting yourself from harm. So next time you have a salt-related mishap, remember to grab a pinch and give it a toss over your left shoulder. Black cats have long been associated with Halloween and all things spooky, but their reputation as harbingers of bad luck is a bit of a bum rap. In many cultures, black cats are actually considered symbols of good luck and prosperity. In ancient Egypt, for example, cats were revered as sacred animals, and black cats were especially prized. In medieval Europe, black cats became associated with witches and witchcraft. People believed that black cats were witches' familiars, or even witches in disguise. But let's be real, black cats are just as loving and cuddly as any other cat. If you are a hopeless romantic, you have probably heard of the tradition of writing love letters to Juliet Capulet, the tragic heroine of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Every year, thousands of letters from all over the world pour into Verona, Italy, addressed to Juliet, Verona. These letters are filled with hopes, dreams, and pleas for advice on matters of the heart. Juliet, with her balcony scene and her passionate declarations of love, has become an icon of romantic love and a confidant for those seeking guidance in matters of the heart. The tradition of writing to Juliet is believed to have started in the early 20th century, when tourists began leaving notes at Juliet's supposed tomb in Verona. Step on a crack, break your mama's back. This childhood rhyme has probably made us all a little more cautious about where we step. The origins of this superstition are unclear, but it is thought to have originated in the United States in the late 19th or early 20th century. One theory suggests that it was a way for mothers to keep their children from getting their shoes muddy or stepping in something unpleasant in the days before paved sidewalks. Whatever its origins, this superstition has persisted through generations, becoming a playful reminder of the power of superstition. The evil eye is a superstition that has been around for centuries, spanning across cultures and continents. Within ancient Mediterranean and Middle East cultures, there is a belief that to achieve too much success would be to invite the anger or inspire the envy of the gods, who would then smite the unfortunate individual with a reversal of fortune. There is also the belief that someone can inflict harm, misfortune, or even death with a single envious or malevolent glare. To ward off the evil eye, people in many cultures wear amulets or talismans, such as the Nazar amulet, a blue and white eye-shaped charm believed to deflect the negative energy of the evil eye. Crossing your fingers is a universal gesture of hope and good luck, but it is also a way to ward off bad luck or to excuse a white lie. One theory suggests that it dates back to early Christianity, where the crossed fingers represented the cross and were used as a symbol of protection. Whatever its origins, crossing your fingers has become a widely recognized gesture of hope, good luck, and a little bit of superstitious insurance. And finally, we have reached the day that inspired this whole video, Friday the 13th. This date has become synonymous with bad luck, but where did this superstition come from? The fear of Friday the 13th is called frigatriskaidekaphobia. Try saying that 5 times fast. And it is a real thing. Some say it stems from the biblical Last Supper, where there were 13 guests, Jesus and his 12 disciples, and the crucifixion of Jesus took place on a Friday. Some say it stems from King Philip IV of France having the Knights Templar arrested on Friday the 13th, October 1307. Whatever the reason, Friday the 13th has become a day when people are extra cautious, avoiding ladders, black cats, and pretty much anything else that could be considered unlucky. And there you have it, folks. 13 superstitions and their origins. Who knew that so many of our everyday beliefs could be traced back to ancient times and beyond? Whether you believe in them or not, superstitions can be a fun and fascinating way to connect with cultures around the world. So, the next time you break a mirror or see a black cat cross your path, don't panic. Just remember the history and the stories behind these superstitions, and maybe have a little laugh. After all, laughter is the best medicine, right? Okay, I'm gonna go knock on some wood now. See ya!
Thank you for watching. Hope you found this video informative and entertaining. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. We do like to know and hear your feedback. And if you have the means, please consider supporting us on Patreon, where you can get early access to our videos and where we post bonus material. Till next time, this is Geeky Tidbits saying cheers and have a good day.